Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another video. And today, it is a mental health Monday. Yes, it is a mental health Monday. Now, by the title of this video, you already know that today we are going to be talking about how you can improve your sleep. Alright, and we're going to talk about how you can improve your sleep, and we're also going to talk to you about the effects that it has on your mental health. A couple things we're gonna go over first is yes, as you can see, my room looks entirely different. Okay, I know you're probably already looking at it, but check it out. So we have my book right there. All right, pretty cool. We got a monitor right there. Obviously we got the guitar right there. Oh man, it looks so good. And then we have lava lamp. We got some Spider-Man comics. We got two posters on the wall, and stuff down there. It's kind of hard to see right now because it's for some reason really dark on the camera. It's only 6:40 p.m. so I don't know why it's like this. But anyways, so that's why do my fingertips look so red? Anyways, so yeah, the color is a little bit off. Okay, it's a little bit darker for some reason, so don't mind that. For sleep, we are mainly going to be talking about mental benefits that it helps with instead of physical. We're still going to talk about physical, but we're mainly going to be talking about the mental health part that it helps. So, the first thing that we are going to talk about is mood. Alright, this is a very important thing. I would say, in fact, it's the number one thing that sleep definitely improves and can also be very beneficial for you. The first thing that we are going to talk about is mood. Now, mood is arguably one of the most important things that, is needed for you to pretty much do anything, right? To want to do something like your homework, if you want to work on some drawings or just different things, right? And also just interacting with people. If you don't have a good and kind of positive mood, you're just going to be kind of cranky and you're not really going to want to do much, and people probably won't want to be around you. So having a good mood is something that you get from good sleep. Now, I personally know that mood is the number one most important thing. If you don't have a good mood about anything that you're trying to do, you're just gonna completely not be able to do it. For example, when I am trying to do homework and I only have one eye open trying to figure stuff out, you're not gonna be able to do it. So the best thing that I can recommend for anybody is to sleep, right? Having that time to sleep, and also making sure that you're keeping things away from you, and we'll get to that in a second, but making sure that you're able to kind of get a good rest and not have any outside noise. Next thing I want to talk about is technology, and the reason why I'm going to talk about this is because it's something that I struggle with a lot. So before I go to bed, I will always pull up a YouTube video, right? Just something to play in the background. This is my white noise, and I know it probably is for a lot of teens out there, is just to have some sort of noise in the background of, like I said, something like YouTube, or maybe even something like a movie. Now, a movie is kind of a different story because the movie is probably not right in your face, but with something like YouTube, you're probably watching it on your phone. And if you're watching it on your phone, you probably have it sitting right next to you. See, I got my phone right here, and I would probably rest and have it sit right here, right? So it's right next to my face. And that's not a good thing. That's not what you want, because apparently there also is certain radiation stuff, but we're not going to talk about that. But having it right next to you not only creates a bright light, which will drastically decrease the amount of good quality sleep you have, but it will also have that constant noise. And if there ever is somebody that you're watching and for some reason they randomly scream, you're gonna get startled and you're gonna wake up, right? So that's something I would recommend. Just push your phone away from you, and this is something I've been doing more recently, and it has helped a ton. Just push your phone to the end of your bed. If you have to turn up the audio a little bit so you can hear it, then just do that, but make sure it's still pretty silent. Otherwise, it might kind of cause a bit of problems. Another reason why getting good sleep can help improve your mental health is because it can really help with anxiety and depression. For those of you who don't know, anxiety is in this intense feeling, right? Anxiety, or not necessarily anxiety is like intense, but I would say like anxiety disorder. If you have anxiety disorder, like, you get it all the time, and it can be really intense, and that's something that sleep can help a ton. It can help it a ton, because if there's some days where you go and you kind of get like kind of a good amount of sleep, like maybe you'll take a couple of naps here and there, that will probably make your anxiety a little bit higher for that day. And I do notice that as somebody who struggles with a lot of anxiety, I do notice that if I take naps throughout the day, that the day just kind of feels kind of sluggish, and it also feels like I am a little bit more anxious than compared to days where I get a full good rest. Like, I'm talking like 6 hours, right? And I would say the number of hours of sleep you should be getting per night really depends. I would say that 6 hours is good. Now, I know getting 6 hours of sleep isn't technically like what they recommend, right? Getting 6 hours is not what they recommend. But the reason why getting 6 hours of sleep at least is still good is because that's enough for you to function throughout the day. Obviously, the gold standard is going to be something like 8 hours of sleep, right? That's obviously ideal. But if you think about it, for people who have to wake up for school, most people are going to get up around like 6:30, maybe 7. So to get 8 hours of sleep means you would have to go to bed by like 11 o'clock. And going to bed by 11 o'clock is just like, it's too early, right? It's too early. I'm too busy playing games. I'm not going to go to bed by 11 o'clock. Maybe I'll go to bed by like 1 a.m., right? So that's just something to kind of remember, is at least try to get 6 hours of sleep. And if you go to bed by like 1 a.m. and you wake up at, let's say, 6:30 or 7 a.m., you're getting around 6 hours of sleep. Another major thing that sleep can help with in terms of like your mental health is stress. Stress is a huge thing, and if you have a lot of stress, you have a lot of stress. And with a lot of stress comes a bit of problems, right? You can't really focus on the things that you want to do, and your mood will definitely be fluctuating throughout the day. And sometimes you might feel anxious, or you might feel mad or upset, and like it can kind of be on and off depending on how stressed you are, right? And getting good sleep can really reduce something like that. And I know something like that for sure works, and being able to rest will definitely decrease your amount of stress that you're having, because it's proven, right? It's proven that getting good sleep will decrease your kind of stress hormones. So definitely, if you're going to be, if you're somebody who stresses out a lot about like school, or you stress out a lot about family, getting good sleep can really change something like that. Now, let's talk about some ways that you can improve your sleep, right? So we talked about mainly with how sleep can, improve certain aspects of your life, but how can you improve your sleep? Let's say you're somebody who just can't sleep, right? And I know that feeling all too well. Sometimes you won't be able to sleep, right? So here is what I am going to recommend. First things first, it's going to be the lights, okay? Lights are a very important thing when it comes to sleep, right? So for example, I have that light on, I have the neon lights up, and I also have this thing over here. Right? Now, obviously, I don't keep that on overnight, and I most definitely don't keep that on because it's pretty bright. Same with even the lava lamp, like I don't keep that on. But one thing I do keep on are these. Now, the good thing about these is that where I sleep, which is right there, I made sure that the neon lights don't actually go all the way down, so it's completely dark over there, right? It's completely dark, and you cannot, there's no lights interfering with your sleep if you were to turn that way, right? If you were to turn that way. So that's something that is very important. If you have something like this light above me, well, you can't see it on camera, but if you were to have a light that is very, very bright, like typical room lights and stuff, that is going to make it very hard to sleep, especially if you don't have something covering the top of your bed. That can also make it really hard to sleep. So that's something to definitely think about if you are going to, if you're somebody who wants to get some good sleep. Make sure your lights are turned down. Even these neon lights could probably be turned down a little bit before I go to bed, but because I mainly sleep facing the wall that way, I don't really have to even worry about it. It's also the color too. Because the color is yellow, I also don't really have to focus on it. With something like blue, it drastically changes my room, and when it drastically changes the room, it's like, well, keeping it like this keeps it kind of toned down a little bit. It also brings out color a lot more, which I can appreciate. Overall, that is pretty much all the different things that sleep can help improve, and all the different things that it can also improve. Like, overall, sleep is major, right? Sleep is something that everybody needs, especially for teenagers, because you're still growing and stuff, and you're still learning about a bunch of different things, and having good sleep can definitely improve your mental health, and even, like I said, your physical health. Like, even just being able to get up, walk around, and do things, like, sleep is very, very important for that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. It is getting late, so the lights are, or the sun's going down, like, it's very, very going down, and so I gotta bring the light closer. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if there's anything to take away from this video, it's just really, really try to improve your sleep, because one of the things that I ignored for a long time was my sleep. Like, even sometimes now, I'll still stay up till like 5 a.m. in the morning, which I know is really bad, but sometimes I will do that, and it's just because I can't sleep and I'm constantly like on my phone and stuff. So being able to set your phone down, just have it sit there, like you can still listen in, but just have it sit there in the background so you don't really have to focus on it so much, and it can become more of that white noise instead of being something that you're just watching. So that's what I recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. We're gonna be posting a lot more on this channel. I know I said that last time, okay? I know I said that last time, and well, let's just say it took a while before I released another video, but trust me, there are more videos to come out, even on TikTok and Instagram. Make sure you guys also check out Flip the Mind. It's flipthemind.com, okay? You can check out all the different things there. And yes, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.